Fort Myers. Backyard's flooded. Gently, my backyard is flooded. It's not supposed to be flooded like that normally, unless it's like downpouring. Usually there's no flooding. Hurricane Category 4 came and struck. I've been away on evacuation, so they cleaned up a lot of it. But if you go down to Fort Myers Beach, they've cleaned up, but that did nothing. Sidewalks are okay, but you don't want to see Fort Myers Beach. My backyard's flooded. Tree branches on the ground. Light poles are down. And a really tough, strong tree right here got uprooted. You see this? This is actually really crazy. What could do such a thing? What could do such a thing to all this ruckus? What could do anything to Fort Myers like this? Nothing but much as Hurricane Ian. Hurricane Ian, Category 4, came and struck Fort Myers. A lot evacuating, but still, some decide not to. And have poorly regretted it. And some aren't even around yet. Aren't even around more to even think about regretting it. My dumpster neighborhood is usually like this. And most worst of all, flies are all over. Don't know if the camera is recording that, but it's really dangerous down here. I have tennis shoes on and pants, but it's real dangerous, dude. It goes all the way down here. A gaming chair, dude. And that's not just all. This is horrible, too. People have been, this is all the trash from people's houses, and the compactor is full. This is people's trash from houses, and this is also workers cleaning up from trash from the roads. It's Category 4 Hurricane Ian have destructed everything and made it to where everything's flying around. It's crazy. You go on my mom goes on Facebook looking for some funny videos to watch, and all there is Hurricane Ian videos. Compactors, real full. Stepping on things all over. This is just tragic. And most of all, I'm lucky that my house is one of the houses that are blown down the road. This all used to be flooded. It's crazy. You don't want to believe it. And it looks so nice, right? Until you see this. Until you see this disasters, your day is ruined. Seriously. With Category 4, Hurricane Strong Ian, winds were gusting down to the limit, and it was almost a Category 5. It was a Category 5. This is what happened. This is the truth. It was first a Category 5, and then it was a Category 4. And then it went back to a Category 5, then a Category 4 once again. It was almost a Category 5 at the stroll limit. Like, it was supposed to stay there. I mean, it was the wind was blowing down, and then it was blown up again to Category 5, then down, and then it ended up to be a Category 4 in total. If you've seen the news video, part of the news, said it was dying down in Category 5, Category 4. Another thing, there was a seal blowing down the road. My friend recorded it for me. There was a seal blowing down the road. There was sharks in the middle of the road. I mean, where else would they go? The water is gushing them down there, dude. And who knows? Listen, how do they get back up? How do the sharks and all those alligators get back to the ocean? The only reason they're there is probably because of they just swiped it with the wind, because the hurricane blew it all up into the air and then dumped it somewhere else from the ocean. Where are they going to go? How are they going to get back if there's no wind to take them back? That's the real question. How are they going to get back? And how do they really get there? We're surviving. Because, I mean, if the hurricane actually did, like, blow them up there, how do they survive that? I went back home and I was like, something's off. I mean, I know Hurricane Ian just struck, but everything looks fine besides a couple of street poles. But it's the fact that there's no leaves on the trees anymore. That was the difference. I was imagining to be like all flooded still, but no. We were staying for a couple more days. We weren't ready to see all the destruction, so we had the government clean it up a little bit before we came back, and it was a little better, you know. Wait for the power to be on, then we came back from evacuation. So. And palm trees. Palm trees are one of the strongest trees there is. I mean, there's some other trees that are pretty strong, but they can get uprooted, but easily get uprooted. There's some trees that can easily get uprooted, but the palm trees, they stay firm. Most of the time, they stay firm. Maybe a couple there. You can take my the palm tree be like, you could take my branches, but you can't uproot me. Yeah, they're one of the strongest trees, so at least there's a lot of palm trees. So it's my mom's favorite tree. Mine too. I mean, Florida's known for them. No kidding. When we get down here, we're gonna see a lot of branches. I live at College Point. Fort Myers Beach is destroyed. Luckily, I'm not down by the beach. Well, I'm in Fort Myers. I'm kind of down by the beach, but had to go across the bridge and stuff. Fort Myers Beach is destroyed. It's crazy. The hurricane strikes here, but it doesn't do any damage. But it also strikes down at Fort Myers Beach. It does tons of damage. I understand it's closer to the water in the ocean. Yeah, that makes sense. But it destroys it destroys my old neighborhood. When we were coming back from evacuation, my mom, we drive down there just to see what our old house was like, because we just recently moved into here. We're checking what it was like. My neighbors were still there. They evacuated, but they came back like a day ago. We came to go see them. Obviously, we came to make sure their house was okay, and the neighborhood was destroyed. Their house was fine. A couple other houses were fine. But, like, a garage. There was no garage for someone. There was a garage. And it was just ripped in half. Someone's window was, like, full thing down. Alright, this is what I'm talking about. It's crazy because that neighborhood is just down the road. It is, like, behind those trees. Because we like this area. But the neighbors were really rude, and we couldn't stand it anymore, so we went to a new house. It was also really cheaper, so that's nice for us. Anyways, what is this? 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 What is that? Is that like part of a roof? Oh my god. And this is what I'm talking about, the gate. Destroyed, man. The gate's supposed to be crooked, man. I bet you $100 there's like a pile of snakes in here. One of the snake haters, stay away from here. Stay away from the piles of branches. They're everywhere. They're everywhere when we were coming back from evacuation. I mean, I told my sister, my mom, and my family when we were coming back from evacuation, trust me, you'll know when we're here, I said. Exactly, my exact words. Trust me, guys. You're wondering when we're going to be there? My sister was asking, when are we going to be there? It's taking forever. Because it kind of seemed a little longer than last time, but it was still 3 hours. 3-hour drive to Newport Beachside, where we were. And Newport Beach. That was a hotel by the beach. My sister's like, it seemed longer the last time, but it was just like how it is for her. Sometimes on the way there, it's so short, but on the way back, it's long. It's the opposite for me. But I told her specifically, if you'll know when we get there, you'll know when we get into Fort Myers. You'll know, because we were on vacation in Miami. That's the one little chunk that wasn't hit Miami was the little chunk of Florida that wasn't hit by the hurricane. So, yeah, I told her, you'll know when we get back. You'll see it. You'll see the destruction. You'll start to see things get out of hand. You'll know when we're there. Trust me. You know what I mean? Because you'll just see all the things. You'll just see all the destruction. Right there now, and then you'll know you're there. Because Florida got hit. Fort Myers. It's actually Fort Myers. Went to Miami for the evacuation. Because that's the only little chunk that isn't hit in Florida. So, this is crazy, man. Florida evacuation, crazy, man. I'm sure those people that stayed and that lived through that hurricane will now know to evacuate during a hurricane. Even if it's a Category 1. It's going to be a Category 1. It might change, because just like this did. Category 4, Category 5, Category 4 again, Category 5. And we're lucky it was a Category 5. That'll be even more damage. But 4, it was so close to 5, man. Like 5% away. It was like 96%. 5 more percent, and then you'll be at 100 to Category 5. Trust me. So, my neighborhood is lucky that our place did not get affected as much as the other place. Because, listen here, it got affected all right. I mean, look at down there. Remember I showed you all that uprooted stuff and stuff? It got affected all right, but we're lucky. We're lucky our house is fine. We're lucky. We don't even have a tear in a window. Don't have a tear in a window. Don't have a single tear in the window. We're lucky. Not a single bump on our house. But I don't know, such as out of our house, our inside of our house is okay. And our windows and all that stuff, our building's okay. But I don't know about like outside of the building, like the street poles, the trees. Luckily none of the trees hit our building. Oh, there's constant sirens from the police and the fire trucks and stuff. Hurricane just hit. There was houses on fire. Quite literally, there was houses on fire across my street. Whatever you do, folks, be careful, because Hurricane Ian, be careful, man, because Hurricane Ian was better than Irma. It was better than Irma. It was better than Charlie. Charlie and Irma, I think we're at Category 4 or 3. But they were better than Irma and Charlie. Those are the hurricanes I always will remember. But now Ian takes first place. What could do such a thing? Hurricane Ian. Hurricane Ian takes first place. Whatever you do, be careful out there. And guess what? All this destruction, we will rebuild. Fort Myers Beach is gonna get a lot better because they're planning, it's gonna take 8 years or so, they said. But they're planning to make more attractions. And they're making all these rides, literally. I'm like, rides at the beach? No way. They said they're gonna make the pier even longer. Sadly, the pier just gone. They're gonna make it longer. We will rebuild. Be careful out there. Because someday, another hurricane will take its place in front of Irma, in front of Charlie, in front of Ian. Evacuate, and I'm sure those people that stayed and that were affected badly learned their lesson. Well, some others weren't around to tell their story. Be careful, because someday another hurricane will take its place in front of Ian.